I had these at one of my favorite restaurants, and I just had to try and make them. Hey, welcome back to Smoking and Drinking. I'm Mike, and today we're doing our third installment of No Smoker, No Problem. We're back out at the lake again, and we're going to be using our Ninja Grill again, and we are going to be making Arizona egg rolls, smoked and crispy Southwest style. Let's get smoking. All right, for our Arizona egg rolls, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna be making them on the Ninja. We didn't bring our Traeger out here, so like the theme has been going with this series, we're doing alternative things to pellet smoking, and our Ninja Grill has come in handy for us out at the lake for a long time. So we're going to be, like I said, making Arizona egg rolls, which are typically a fried dish. We're going to use a couple of the Ninja Woodfire Outdoor Grill's features. We're going to be using the air crisp, or the air fry feature. Ninja calls it air crisp. We're also going to be using the smoker feature. We want to try and add a little bit of smoke to it. As we've talked about before, the Ninja doesn't put a lot of smoke in there, but you know, it's got the feature. Let's use it. And we're going to be using Whistle Pig pellets, which is kind of a mixture of whiskey barrel, I believe it's oak, whiskey barrel pellets, and hickory, and it gives it a nice smoky flavor. So we're going to be using Whistle Pig pellets. We have quite a few ingredients that we're going to be using. We're going to be making the egg rolls with egg roll wraps, and we're going to be adding chicken. We have 2 cups of shredded chicken, and this is from our beer can beer can chicken. I'll put a link to that video up here, and you can check that one out. But we had a lot of chicken left over. It was a whole chicken we smoked on the Traeger using the beer can stand. But as you recall, we didn't use beer can in there. So anyway, we had some leftover chicken. So we got 2 cups of that shredded chicken from that. That's already been smoked. And we're going to add fire roasted corn, whole kernel corn. And we're going to have some cilantro spinach. We're going to go with the Tostitos Queso Blanco dip. Ranch dressing, seasoning, and some lemon juice. We're also going to be making a Southwest ranch dipping sauce, and that's why we got the ranch dressing here, and the adobo sauce, which is made from chipotle peppers and some lime juice and garlic powder and salt and pepper. So let's go ahead and chop up our spinach. We need 1 cup of spinach chopped. All right, there's 1 cup of chopped spinach. Set that aside for now. We do need to chop our red bell pepper. And there's 1/2 cup of diced red bell pepper. Oh, have you ever noticed that bell peppers have kind of a smoky aroma to them? I never noticed that. I love that. At least the red bell pepper does. And 1 cup of our queso dip. I don't have my 1 cup measuring cup. I don't know where it went. We're going to do 2 1/2 cups. I wish I had some tortilla chips. It'd be a nice little snack while we're making our snack. There's a restaurant in my town. They used to be. They've closed now. They made they called them Southwest Tootsie Rolls. All right, there's 1 cup of our queso dip. Then we need 3/4 of a cup of our fire roasted corn. Queso in with my corn. I don't want all the juice. It's mostly water. There's 3/4 cup of the fire roasted corn. This is where we need to start putting it in a bowl, Mike. Okay, so let's go ahead and start adding our ingredients here. And then we need our 3/4 cup of our corn and our red bell pepper, queso cheese, 1 teaspoon of our smoked paprika, cumin, half a teaspoon, just about a pinch of salt, pepper, a couple pinches. I like a little more black pepper. Let's give it a little kick. And we just need to mix that all up. This is going to be our filling for our Arizona egg rolls. Get that all mixed real well. I'm just going to set that aside for just a couple of minutes. Let all those flavors meld together, and we'll get our egg roll wraps out, and we'll be back in just a second. Forgot the spinach sitting right here looking at me. Wondered why that didn't look quite right. There we go. Nice. Okay, now we'll let it sit and let all those colors and flavors blend together. We're going to go ahead and make our Southwest Ranch dipping sauce because we want to put that aside and let it sit for a while as well. So let's get started. Half a cup of ranch dressing. I'm going to mix it right in our container that we're going to use. No sense dirtying up another bowl, right? Half a cup. Lost my spoon. Where'd my spoon go? Ah, let's use a different spoon. We don't want to get these flavors mixed too much together. And I always say, at the lake, you gotta improvise. And then we need just a tablespoon of the adobo sauce. Now, this looks like a little can, but it's huge compared to what you need. You only need a tablespoon. I need to make more recipes with this because I end up not using them before they get old. So, little tip there, plan your recipes so that you can use your ingredients without wasting them. So, like I said, we just need a tablespoon of the adobo made with chipotle peppers. I'm gonna get down in there and get some of that good juice along with it. Don't just want the chipotles. Now, you don't need much of this because it will spice it up. I want to be careful. You might be tempted to use more, but I wouldn't recommend it. All right. And then we need our lime juice. We need a teaspoon of lime juice. I don't have any fingernails. Can't get a hold of that. There we go. A tablespoon. Tablespoon of our lime juice. Just a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Half a teaspoon. Just a little bit of our cilantro. We'll take a few sprigs here. That ought to be enough. It's about a tablespoon. I love cilantro. Gives it such a fresh herbal taste, flavor. I tell you, that red pepper made my hands all red. Looks like the scene of the crime. All right, and then we're going to just mix that up. Oh, that smells nice. Let's have a little taste of that. Ooh, That's nice. Very good. That's going to be great with our Arizona egg rolls. All right, let's set that aside. That over there so I don't knock it off. And we need to get our Ninja going here. So, all right, we're going to use the air crisp setting. We're going to set it to 375 degrees. And we're going to set our wood fire flavor technology button so that we get the smoke with it. So it's going to be air crisping and it's going to be smoking. So the wood fire flavor indicator comes on, and then we need to start it because it'll need to ignite those pellets. While that's warming up, we'll get to working on our egg roll wraps here. All right, now we get to the fun part. Let's get our egg roll wraps. They're so thin and delicate. Okay, so I'm going to take just about a tablespoon, about a tablespoon and a half here, and a little more. I always overdo it. I know, Mike. Don't lick your fingers. All right, then we just kind of roll it over a little bit, and then we're gonna fold. Got a little bit of water here, just plain old water. That's gonna help those egg roll wraps hold together. And then we just continue over. And then we're gonna lay them in our Ninja pan. All right, and this recipe should make 8 to 10. We'll see how it goes. I think I probably could have put a little more in than that first one. The first one might have to be our taster. Okay, then we just roll this over. Want to keep them kind of tight so that you have a nice, you don't want air pockets in there. One, it's just not as nice to have air pockets, but also if you were deep frying these and you had air pockets, they'd float in the oil, and you'd have to work harder at keeping them in the oil. But since we're air frying, it's not quite as important, but still, you want to have a full egg roll. All right, so we got 10, and our pan is full. So we got a little extra of our filling, so we'll just make another batch later. But for now, we're going to get these on the Ninja. And we got enough for about 2 or 3 more. That's all right. We're just going to set that aside. We'll make that later. All right. You could also use an egg wash to kind of seal the edges of the egg roll wrap. That would probably work a little better than water, but water works all right. So let's go ahead and get these in here. And on the Ninja. All right. Like I said, we got it set at 375 for 15 minutes. We may have to go 20, but we're air frying or air crisping as Ninja terms it. But you could also drop the temperature down to about 275 or 225 and smoke it for about 30 to 40 minutes. That might give you a little more smoky flavor. And then maybe bump it up for the last 10 minutes on the air crisp setting. We're just going to do it quick and easy. We got some friends that are playing cards over there, and they're starting to look hungry. So we'll be back in about 14 minutes and 20 seconds for me, just a split second for you. I just checked on the Arizona egg rolls after 20 minutes, and they needed to go another 4 or 5 minutes. So meanwhile, I'm going a little easy this time. I'm not making a cocktail. We're gonna try the Modelo Especial. It is from Mexico, and it's golden, full flavored Pilsner style lager with a clean, crisp finish. And that just sounded like that would go perfectly with our Arizona egg rolls. So we're going to just have that nice ice cold Mexican style beer. And as you can see, we had enough filling for 2 more egg rolls. They're kind of coming undone and out here. I should have tried to squeeze them on there, but we'll throw them on later. We have just a couple minutes left before we pull them off, and then we're going to tear into our Arizona egg rolls with our smoked Southwest Ranch dip. All right, as you can hear, Ninja says they are done. Let's check them out here. Oh boy. Oh, those smell wonderful. Oh man. They look crispy, and let's go ahead. I'll get these pulled off and plated, and we'll tear into them here. Oh man, those look fabulous. I can't wait to try one. I want to see which one I want here. Let's take this one right out of the middle here. So they got a nice crispy wrap on them. This one kind of blew out a little bit. That's okay. See the nice tasty ingredients in there. Our Southwest Ranch dipping sauce blended together real nice. Smells delicious. Can't wait. I got to tear into them here. Oh wow. Man, are those delicious? Oh wow. There's quite a cacophony of flavors in there. The fire roasted corn gives it a great vegetable gardening type of flavor with the cilantro, and that smoked chicken in there, that really adds to it too. I mean, it's perfect smoky flavor in there. And there's just a touch of the lime juice in there, and that's probably in the dipping sauce, because that's where we put it. The adobo sauce, wow, that really gives it a pop. Nice crispy, crunchy crust, egg roll wrap. Wow, let's see how this goes with it. The Modelo Especial. Oh, perfect. Yeah, that just matches that Southwest flavor perfectly. So, That, you know what? That's probably better than the restaurant version that I had. So I know probably about it. That is definitely better than the restaurant version that I had. Well, that about does it for the Arizona egg rolls, smoky Southwest style. I want to thank you all for tuning in with me here out at the lake again for the third installment of our No Smoker, No Problem series. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you like this video, hit that like button. Remember to subscribe, it does help us out. And if you want to be notified of our videos that come out every Sunday morning, hit the notification bell. So, as always, Prost!